A German soldier took out his cherished chocolate and offered it to a French soldier. But the French soldier, fearing it might be poisoned, motioned for the German to take a bite first. Once the French soldier saw it was safe, he boldly took the chocolate and ate it heartily. As a thank you, he gave the German soldier a bottle of his own treasured wine. A Scottish soldier nearby joined in, pulling out photos of his family and showing off his wife's beauty. Then, using flares as fireworks, they shared food in the war zone. They put down their cold guns, played the bagpipes in the middle of the battlefield, and sang songs. Later, led by an English priest, they started praying together. For a moment, the battlefield was quiet. Without the war, they might have been good friends. After the prayer, as the midnight bell rang, the soldiers said their goodbyes and returned to their trenches. The next day, as the German soldier was sleeping, he was woken by digging sounds. He got up and saw a Scottish soldier digging a hole. The Germans suspected he might be burying a bomb. As they hesitated whether to shoot, an English priest with a white flag walked into the center and asked what was going on. They learned that the soldier's brother had been killed in the last charge. Using the Christmas Eve truce, he had found his brother's body and wanted to bury him properly. At that moment, a British officer stepped out of the trench and shouted at the soldier.
The truce is over. Any minute now, the Germans will start shooting at you. Get back in the trench. Now!
Then a German officer also came out and suggested a one-day truce to allow each side to bury their dead. The officers of the three countries met again. After a short discussion, they all agreed to the truce and exchanged the bodies of the fallen soldiers. Soldiers came to the center of the battlefield, looked for their comrades' bodies, and buried them. With the priest's prayer, the Scottish soldier played the bagpipes again to honor the dead. Soon the battlefield was filled with tombstones. After sorting and returning the weapons, the soldiers held a football match on the battlefield, cheering for their teams. The Germans won. After the game, they sat in a shell hole, drinking together, and even played cards, turning the battlefield into a social gathering. But peace was short-lived. War was still a game for politicians, and the poor were destined to be cannon fodder. The higher-ups ordered the Germans to attack again, but after the truce, the soldiers had become friends and neither side wanted to point their guns at each other.